So Bernie Sanders endorsed Hillary Clinton, and here is some of the video of what the stuff he said. Now, he just got done thanking President Obama for taking us out of the recession. We all know if it was John McCain and Sarah Palin, that the country would be in a much worse place right now, right? A much worse place. We know that, okay? Although, I had a lot of problems with Barack Obama's recovery, right? They bailed out Wall Street, didn't bail out Main Street. $80 billion a month in quantitative easing to the banks. How about $80 billion a month to quantitative easing for the workers? That would have been nice. Hey, we're going to spend $80 billion a month on infrastructure. So that would have been great. We got half measures. That's what we get now from Democrats, half measures. And that's a big success, by the way, if we even get that. So here he gets done thanking President Obama for taking us out. And let's just listen to some of the stuff he says. He's thanking Obama and Biden for their leadership, getting us out of the economic collapse in '08. And here we go.
But I think we can all agree that much, much more needs to be done. Too many Americans are still being left out, left behind, and ignored. In the richest country in the history of the world, there is too much poverty, there is too much despair. This election is about the single mother I saw in Nevada, who with tears in her eyes told me that she was scared to death of the future because she and her daughter were not making it on the $10.45 an hour she was earning. This election is about that woman and the millions of other workers in this country who are falling further and further behind as they try to survive on totally inadequate wages.
Now, first of all, it's super annoying that, to me, that Hillary just standing there nodding her head like one of those birds to get a. But I don't agree with what he's saying. I don't mean like this is what he believes. That's not what. This isn't her message. Do you think this is her message?
No, the painful moment right here is that he says these people are struggling on $10 an hour, and I think she was going to be satisfied with $12 an hour.
Well, that's her idea is $12 an hour.
Good God, it should be $20 an hour if you really want to be able to survive in this economy.
I agree. I pay everybody at the Jimmy Dore show a living wage, don't we?
Yes. Ow.
Jimmy, can you hold it really quickly? Because the one point that he said that we're the wealthiest nation in the world.
Yes.
That resonates. You know, that's something that you've been saying on and on and on. And I was like, did it finally catch fire that we are the richest nation in the world ever?
We're the richest nation the face of the earth has ever seen. We have an economy twice. Think about this. We have an economy twice the size of China's. Twice. Still.
Isn't California alone the
They would be the
largest?
eighth biggest economy in the world, they say. Yeah, that California would be. Right? That's the stat.
Yeah, it's like that. It's on there.
That's the stat I've heard. So here we go. Yeah, so remember. So when people like on our Politicon panel say, hey, how's Bernie going to pay for free college for everybody? How are you going to pay for that? We're the richest country in the face of the earth. And I love the fact that Bernie Sanders, his ideas don't seem crazy to people in England because, they already have free health care. It doesn't seem like a pie in the sky. It doesn't seem crazy. Yeah, we already have that stuff. Totally doable. Totally doable. And free college, people in Germany don't think twice about it. Here we go.
She looks really uncomfortable. I just noticed that. I mean, I want to point that out.
Yes.
She's probably up there thinking, boy, this is really going to mess up my speaking fees.
Yes, I wonder.
Ugh, it's hurting my brand.
Also, I mean, you can't help but wonder, why wouldn't he be her running mate? Because he has such a great vision for the future, and he's not going to be. Who's she going to pick?
Right.
This is painful watching this.
I know, Steph.
Hillary Clinton understands that we must fix an economy in America that is rigged and that sends almost all of the new wealth and income to the top 1%.
Now, that seems to me to be pretty awkward for him to have to be saying that. Look at her face. Okay. All right. I'm the 1%, asshole. I'm the 1%, okay? All my friends, 1%. Okay?
You can't-
Henry
yes.
Kissinger, 1%. Bill Clinton, 1%. Me, 1%er. Okay? Oh, it's unbelievable.
She looks stuck. Like she's stuck
look at
in
her
a conversation
like,
she
oh,
can't get out of.
there's
She's
that
like, oh, when is this gonna be over?
looking at that look. And I just happen to randomly stop it there right now. Wasn't just that look that you can, that's called a micro expression, right? And
Yeah.
people say, oh, that's microaggression.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what you can't, because the people who study behavior, they say you can't hide that. You have these little ticks that people, and
Right.
and that's what that is. That's that. And you see the hatred in her eyes for that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that nodding she's doing, it's that just suffer through this. It's a phony
gosh, I'd
politeness nod that you do when you're stuck in with someone that you don't want to be listening to.
I would rather her not be standing beside him as he's making these announcements.
Why does she have to stand right there?
Because it doesn't seem like she's supporting him. It just seems like she's mindlessly applauding so as to seem that she's on the same page and on board with his supporters.
Right.
How long is this going to last?
You know, and I was secretly hoping that when Bernie gave this speech in front of Hillary's supporters, that he really just ripped them. You know, I was hoping he would just rip it, and then at the end going, that's why I'm voting for Jill Stein. I just thought, man, you know, we're in a, you know.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Or
Can you
the
imagine
mayhem?
that?
He throws a chair.
Somebody would throw a chair at him.
No, he would pick up a chair. Yeah.
That'd be funny. So let's go. So that's just kind of ironic that he says that as a rigged economy. She obviously doesn't agree with that. Come on. She obviously does not agree with that. It's a rigged economy. She doesn't say that stuff. Have you ever heard her say it's a rigged economy? No. And then all the proceeds go to the upper one. This is not stuff she says, and you can see that's why she doesn't say it.
Hillary Clinton understands that if someone in America works 40 hours a week, that person should not be living in poverty.
I just don't. Again, that's that. I think they should be living in poverty.
I understand. I don't know if I'm going to do much about it.
Right. It's just like she understands that people. Yeah, I understand it. But my plan to get to people who are working full time and still living in poverty, I don't really. She's for a $12 minimum wage. Yes, she's better than the Republicans. This is what we're left with.
Certainly $12 minimum wage really makes it easy to pay off college debt.
Sure. Here we go.
She believes, we all believe, that we must raise the minimum wage to a living wage.
So what does that mean? So you think 15, she thinks 12. That's a big difference. Okay, so I guess, okay.
And
By the way, $12 an hour. Can you do the math on that? 12.
Well, $3 an hour would be a $6,000 a year difference.
So that's $6,000 a year. That's pretty
I'll
substantial.
double check that math,
That's
but
a
yeah.
pretty substantial difference. $6,000 a year
Yes.
for a minimum wage worker. That's got to be almost like a month's worth of work, right? I mean, probably more.
Way more.
Yeah.
500 a month.
I'm not good at math. Okay.
further, she wants to create millions of new jobs by rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure.
Okay, so that's good. All right. I agree. I believe that Hillary Clinton agrees with that she does want to rebuild our infrastructure. I do. I think that Barack Obama wants to rebuild our infrastructure. I believe that I think that those are things that the Republicans won't let get done, right? And which seems weird because infrastructure building helps your state.
Why wouldn't
right?
it
So
just be your jobs program that how is that going to get away from the American public? I want to hear about a jobs program. I want to hear that they're going to be building infrastructure.
I agree.
But when have they been saying this?
Well, Barack Obama's been getting, opposed by the Republicans in Congress. So when he proposes infrastructure spending, they say no. And when he proposes, that's what they say. And then when he proposes giving money to the banks, they go, okay. So that's that thing of, well, I can get Republican stuff done. But so I agree. Democrats in general Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama would like to spend more on infrastructure. Okay.
Our roads, our bridges, our water systems, our wastewater plants. But her opponent, Donald Trump, well, he has a very different view.
Okay. We know he has a bad view. Okay.
She perked up a little there, though.
Did she?
When he brought up Trump. I mean,
yeah.
slightly. Her micro expression changed.
Because
that's territory she can handle. Everybody can rip on Trump. That's the only thing she's running on is I'm not Trump.
I'm not Trump.
They gave me the worst person in the world to run against. So
and I still need Bernie's help.
Yeah. And I'm still barely doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly.
But when he moved off of like talking about Hillary Clinton believes in this and here's what she definitely changed her
She definitely
demeanor
perked
slightly.
up. But let's see. Here's a little bit more.